Namaste, you are welcome to our virtual class. It is run by NPF Sankaski of Nepal. Today, as usual, I am here to teach you social studies of class 10. And then, before entering into today's lesson, it is lesson number, unit number 1, lesson number 5. I am talking with you about yesterday's lesson. And then yesterday we learned about district coordination committee and its functions. I think you studied the lesson thoroughly, and it is an executive body and that works under the problems of the district concern. Now, student, today we are talking about the transportation and important infrastructure of development. It is today's topic. Before going to the topic's descriptions, we should know what infrastructure is. Infrastructure, purvadhar, pre-basis, something that should exist or happen before something or to feel people. It is the positive sense seen in people. If people feel positive change in their life, what should happen, what should be there, what should it possess? That is called infrastructure. It means that when people feel easier and more comfortable, more advanced, and more life, then there is change. The change occurs there. It is called the infrastructure. Something that brings change in their life, they are called the infrastructure. It means that education, transportation, health facilities, they change, they bring the change in one's life, and what we call they are infrastructure of development. And transportation is another infrastructure of development because it eases one's life, and it speed up the activities, and it removes the manual, tedious and physical work. So it brings the positive sense in the people's life. People feel that they are in comfort, they are in luxury, so it is called infrastructure of development. Now, uh, some infrastructure of development are education, health, human resources, and electricity, drinking water. And we talk on it. Transportation. Transportation is the act or way of taking or carrying goods from one place to another place using manual or mechanical means. That is called transportation. The way of carrying goods and services or people from one to another place, it is called transportation, yatayat. And here, their transportation has many advantages. It is needed. Why? Because it supplies raw materials to the industries. It helps in the upliftment of the industries. Another one is that transportation unites the people. People of different region, geography, history, or nature and behavior, they can mix one another because of what the social feeling emerges. Then that transportation unites the people. Another one is that it removes the hardship of life. People should go to remote areas, walking on foot, and such type of difficulty can be removed by the use of transportation. Another is helps in merging civilization among the several geographical regions, and to strengthen unity and to develop the easier and simple life in people. Transportation is needed, and transportation is the infrastructure of infrastructures as well. It means that while making the buildings for health facilities like hospitals, we need first their transportation. Without transportation, the building materials for the hospital cannot be supplied, and it eases the trade of the nation. Means that internal, external trade, export and import take place only through the transportation. Another one is there industry cannot be imagined without transportation. To supply the raw materials and to take the furnished goods to the market, transportation is needed. So, transportation is of high importance. Now, modes, modes of transport means which ways, which method have been used there. Using road, using water, rope, or tunnel, or cable. What sort of ways are being used there? These are the modes of transportation. And then the means of transportation, these are the vehicles we use. And under the modes of transportation, bus, car, or truck, aeroplane, or horses, elephant, they are the means of transportation. Now, traditional means of transportation and modern means of transportation. Traditional means of transportation, they are tedious, they are difficult, they are slow, and then they have the low efficiency. Whereas the modern means of transportation, they are fast, they are recreational, they are machine based and machine oriented, and their efficiency is totally high. Now come to next one. It is the condition of transport in Nepal, and the condition of transport. The road of Nepal are very narrow. They are not in international standard. The roads have the potholes because of what there is the difficulty in moving here and there. And among the three modes of transport, especially air transport, another is the water transport and road transport. Here is only one alternative to use the road transport. What are the reasons there behind it? One is their air transport is expensive. We are poor, we cannot afford it. And then, though it is fast one, though it is the safer one, then another one is water transport. It is impossible to run because we do not have the scarce mass of water. Our land, our country is landlocked. Without having the state mass of water, that water transport cannot be launched. Though it is the cheapest transport and it does not need roadways, road link, and then we can't use it. And only one alternative in the transport, that is road transport. And now we should use road, but condition of roads in Nepal in the days, what sort of conditions prevail in our country? We had the rolling to all headquarters of the country. The roads are have been poorly built here. They are not sustainable and they are narrow, and then they have not been constructed under the international standard. Because of what? Many more road accident happen here. And these are the condition of road transport in Nepal. And then the present reality of the road in Nepal: blacktop road 14102 kilometer, gravel road 7881 kilometer, earthen road 9410 kilometer. That is the data. related to the available road facility in Nepal. Then, now we concluded today's topic. Under infrastructure of development, we learned transportation there. And let me summarize the lesson we learned today once again. Infrastructure, pre-basis of development. Under it, we learn transportation, the act of carrying people, goods, and services from one place to another place. There are different modes of transport. They are ropeway, and then cable car, tunnel way, and then waterway, airway, etc. And then another one is that Nepal should depend upon road transport, though it is mountainous country, and then it is expensive in constructing the road because Nepal is a landlocked one. Nepalese national economy is poor. And then the standard of the road in Nepal, it is not good. And if we extend the road transport, and if we construct the road under the international standard, if we widen the road, and then if we increase the public participation in road construction work, then our road quality of the road will be heightened. Then we can emerge or develop the that other infrastructure of development very soon. In this way, now I am giving you homework. Today's homework for you is define transportation and write down the advantages and disadvantages of transportation in short. And here means if here you should write the difficulties or disadvantages. Here means there something to be improved here. And question number 2, why is road transport suitable in Nepal? I told you time and often here. In this way, now I am ending today's lesson. Thank you. Have a good day.